over a century, the picturesque winelands town of Paarl has been divided in two for arguably the single biggest schoolboy rugby game in the world. It's Paarl Gimnasium against Paarl Boys High in Premier Interschools Rugby live on SuperSport. A glorious day in the Western Cape. Little bit of a breeze, but the sun is shining warmly down on the Forest Street Stadium for this epic schoolboy encounter. The Paarl Boys High first 15 will be led out today by Thakia Abrams in the absence of the injured Franke Horn. Keep an eye out on Adrian Alberts and Vian Fourie in the number 5 and 6 jumper, both recently selected for the SA school side. This team, of course, coached by Shaun Erasmus and Elmo Wolfart. And what a season Boys High have had. Unbeaten so far in South Africa in 2017, as they were in 2016 and 2015. An unbeaten run at home of over 50 matches. The only blemish on their record since the end of 2014 is a last-minute defeat to Christchurch Boys High on tour in New Zealand. Of course, the alma mater of Sir Richard Hadley and one Daniel Carter. Paarl Gimnasium coming on a 2-year drought in this inter-schooler fixture, led by Miller du Plessis, that fullback selected this year for the SA school side for the 2nd year in a row. And joining him in that side is Henku Martins, both standouts at the Craven Week. And in the hooker position, Chris Rousseau, a familiar name to many rugby fans, the son of 1995 World Cup winner Chris Rousseau. Gim have enjoyed a good season, a couple of tough losses, notably to Boland Ludbow and Sachs, two of their local rivals who have had exceptional seasons. And there was a loss to Grey College, the mighty Bloemfontein school, but good wins over the likes of Bishops and most recently Wynberg Boys High. And a good start to the season too it was, with a win over Affies in the last minute of the first Premier Interschools match of the season, thanks to a try by Adrian Ludik in extra time. It is absolutely packed to the rafters at the Forest Street Stadium. Wim Visser, what an absolute privilege it is to be here in the Paarl today.
Oh, it's amazing stuff, Warwick. I get goosebumps. This is like test match atmosphere, and it's the Premier Interschools. It's a series of 12 matches. It features the highest profiles and the most traditional interschool rugby rivalries. And this has got to be the biggest one, not only in our country, but on the planet. It is amazing stuff. And as you mentioned, Paarl Boys High, the number 1 ranked side in our country. They had one blemish in the past 3 years in New Zealand. I'm looking forward to a cracker. Let's remind you that Paarl Gym are coming into this game with wins into their sails. They've beat the opposition last week by 103 points. So they're going to take a lot of positivity into this game. On the other hand, Paarl Boys High, they have a couple of injuries. They've lost a few players. Their captain, fantastic, Frankie Horn. Their flanker, Evan Ruas. Butcher Chamberlain, their fly half, they lost early on in the season. They've recently lost their hooker, Wilhelm Barnard. But at the end of the day, I cannot wait for what transpires here in the next 70 minutes. As you mentioned, Warwick, Paarl Gimnasium, a bit of an up and down season. They've lost 3 games in the season thus far, but that stat can only tell a story. An unbeaten record, winning becomes a habit, and that is what the side are so accustomed to doing. They know how to win. They're unbeaten for the last 3 years, basically. It is amazing, well-coached side by Sean Erasmus.
Sean Erasmus obviously coming in here from Glenwood High School in Durban, and he's done phenomenal work alongside Elmo Wolfhard. They have created a culture of winning, and they've set a precedent perhaps unseen at any level in school rugby in this country.
On the other hand, Paarl Gymnasium is coached by Pieter Rousseau, Springbok number 652. And he's an old boy, a product of Paarl Gymnasium.
As is his assistant coach, Helmut Lehmann. He played in the 2008 Paarl Gym side that beat Boys High almost 10 years ago, as we can see just off screen the Paarl Gym side doing their own version of the haka. This game is about to kick off, and as you mentioned, Vim, a test match-like atmosphere.
When you talk about Premier Inter-Schools derbies, the winning margin between these two sides, there's an average of 5 points. It's give or take. It's been so close over the last 2 years. In 2015, Paarl Boys High won 16-12. In 2016, it was 26-25. It is so closely fought. It is amazing that these schools can have such a specific rivalry over the last almost 100 years.
The captain of this Boys High side. There's his opposite number, Miller Du Plessis, and for the first time in the history of this fixture, both sides captained by the fullback. Rasta Rashavenga, what a man to have with the whistle. He's assisted by Daniel Fortuin and Jean de Vet. As we are moments away from kickoff, it's north versus south in the Paarl. The blue of Paarl Boys High representing the south. The maroon, gold and green of Gim representing the north. Abner van Reenen gets us underway. And Boys High immediately pinching it off the retake. A first carry for Horn. Lovan Horn, that is. Adrian Alberts, the SA Schools lock, rumbling it forward. A slight fumble, but well recovered by Boys High. They're still on the attack.
Paarl Boys High immediately finding their straps, winning the ball from the kickoff. An infringement well contested on the ground in the form of Reino Bierkes.
Henku Martins with an early take. Good athleticism from the number 8, and Boys High, Paarl Gim getting a great rumble on Chris Rousseau with the ball at the back of the maul. 20 meters being made And the penalty comes the way of Paarl Gimnasium. What a start. And a chance to get first points on the board for the Gimmies.
It was an outstanding two-handed take by Henko Martins. Recently getting his SA school colours. And then the platform was set and they just rumbled up that field. Ball clearly in control in the hands of Chris Rousseau, and a mini battle won early on by the Gimmi side.
Lurik this time with the take. And boys have done well to control this initially, stopping that powerful maul, and the scrum goes their way for an accidental obstruction. Good fight back from Boys High after being rummaged back 20 meters moments ago.
More was over, well defended by Paarl Boys High. Will be the first scrum of the encounter. And as I always say, these are where big matches are won up front.
Well, Boys High in particular, very well known for their scrummaging ability. The legendary Richard Fasaki, the scrum doctor himself, has been a coach and a teacher at the school for many years, and they've produced some fine front rankers in Guthro Steenkamp, Frans Malherbe, and most recently Thomas de Toy, to mention but a few.
Steady.
Well, a penalty going against Paarl Gimnasium for an early push at the scrum, and it's a battle royale up front.
Overcooking the throw was Cullen van der Merwe, but Vian Fourie doing excellent work to tidy up and still going. Lovely offload to Van Reenen, and a first chance for the Boys High backs. Divan Enslen, the outside centre. Strong defence in the midfield from Gim, forcing the turnover. Miller du Plessis up into the fly half position, putting a dink over the top, but very well covered by Leroux Milan. Gim still managing to retain possession, which will allow the captain to breathe a sigh of relief. As some heavy contact comes in on Dean Nieuwoud. Scholz with the clearance, but Van Reenen covering beautifully, and Thakir Abrams getting involved as the skipper. Van Reenen once more puts one in for Tate to chase. Well covered though by Scholz, and Martins to Miller du Plessis. He has plenty of wheels. Lovely hands from the fullback. Plenty of space down the short side for Bierkus. He hacks ahead. Ranging infield is Martins, but wonderful work from Thakir Abrams. The Boys High captain leading from the front.
Miller du Plessis demonstrating why He's played SA Schools for 2 years in a row. He's extremely dangerous.
Ensslin feeds in field to Tate, who's bundled over the chalk. Stravino Jacobs in particular doing great work along with his flanker, Cornet Ace. Rousseau finds Martins and clean ball off the top. Scholz to Murray. Miller Duplessis, so elusive. Excellent work from Eric Marburg to make the tackle. Hanekom hacks ahead, but Marburg again doing excellent covering work and monstered off the ball as he got the hack ahead. Martins covering. Rangy play from the 8th man. He's got no support as the boys' eye blue comes flooding forward. Wonderful piece of defensive play from the boys' eye men.
Outstanding work at the breakdown point by the Paarl boys high side, flooding the ruck area. Nico Martins was definitely isolated and didn't have support. In games of this caliber and quality, you need immediate support, immediate numbers at the breakdown point to secure your possession.
Abner van Renen with a chance to score the first points in the 2017 Paarl Inter-Schools fixture. It's there. Boys' Eye draw first blood. It's 3 points to 0. Paarl Boys' Eye leading over Paarl Gimnasium.
Make sure, guys, make sure you buy it, eh? Make sure.
Test match like rugby, and points on the board is what are needed. Stuart Tate thumps it back. Miller Duplessis. Tate with a massive hit, along with Cornel Kotze. Good hands from Scholz. And Adrian Staples it is, making good meterage.
Step, pillar, step, step.
Miller Duplessis.
1 inch.
Numbers down the short side for him. Jacobs, Stravino Jacobs. Beautiful defensive work once again from Thakir Abrams, saving the day for his team.
This way.
Outstanding work once again from the Gimmy side, and it's just the timing of that pass from Miller Duplessis to Stravino Jacobs that makes the difference. But Thakir Abrams saved 2 tries in this encounter.
Go 10.
Marburg to Fourie. Solid contact in the midfield.
Tackle now, release.
Peeling away with it is Cornel Kotze. Van Renen doesn't find touch. Stravino Jacobs doing excellent work, and then just overcooking his captain, Miller Duplessis. doing stellar work at that ruck to hang on to possession. Lovely hands from Chris Rousseau and Kellerman. Fakir Abrams now shows his attacking abilities. Van Rienen spots some space in behind the defense. Horn monstered in the tackle by Ludik.
Last week.
Another big hit from the Khmis, this time Ensslin on the receiving end.
Outstanding touch finder from Erich Mayberg.
Yeah, now I can get. I played at
Just
Browning
keeping
and they went.
that Paarl Gym side, turning around and keeping his side in the right areas of the field. In a game of this proportion, you need territory control.
Ludik. Ruben Scholz doesn't find touch. And Tate hacks ahead. Unfortunately, not getting the last pass to hand, but Shavina Jacobs doing excellent work. It was Dean Nieuwoud with the intercept. Bobbling the ball around inside their own half. Playing a bit of hot potato as Adrian Stapels sets it away. Nieuwoud. Great physical contact once more. That test match-like environment continues. Scholz. And plenty of time. Fakir Abrams well positioned once more.
7.
Fakir Abrams has had a solid start to this encounter. Played Craven Week for Western Province this year, but in the left wing position. And see how he adapts as a player, and he's been extremely good in this encounter thus far.
Martin's the man once more, targeted in the line out.
Yep.
Making good use of the driving maul once more,
You can't collapse
earning
the
themselves
maul,
a penalty.
You're still collapsing the maul. You can't collapse the maul, right?
The instruction was clear from the referee, Rasta Rashivenga. Yes, you came through the middle, but you still cannot collapse them all. Cornel Kotze costing his side some real estate.
9. Call 9 out. 9. 9. Use that now.
Nieuwoud peeling around the side after Boys High were successful with the second, now successful with the turnover. Van Rienen, beautiful shimmy, clean through is the fly half, and a monstrous tackle from Miller du Plessis, saving a potential try.
Thanks, son.
Well, that's the fullback show at the moment. On the one side, Takir Abrams, and then Miller du Plessis just timing his hit and saving a definite try.
Inside, please. Inside.
Gim unable to control it, and Boys High now with a chance. Horn to Fourie.
Vantage over.
Peeling around the corner was Adrian Albert, losing it in the contact. And the Gimmies will breathe a sigh of relief.
Once again, it's all about defense. Big games, say it always, is won on good defense, and both these sides' defensive structures look good at the moment. Standing work by Leroux Milan, but unfortunately, as he went into the tackle, his right arm coming into play and causing a knock-on.
Stay on, 6.
Another big scrum from Boys High, causing trouble for Gim, and Vian Fourie pounces. Lovely hands, and a chance in the left-hand corner, taken by Luca Ferreira. Paarl Boys High with a score.
What's outstanding work from Paarl Boys High. Started with a quality defensive scrum, putting pressure on the opposition, and then forcing the turnover and proving modern-day rugby to perfection. What they did well in this situation is they moved the ball away from the danger area like a flash of lightning to find Luca Ferreira.
Van Enselen, the outside centre, will be the man credited with the assist for that last pass, but it was good work from the loose forwards, Fourie and Kotze, in the build-up, as Abner van Renen, the man who started it back in his own 22 with that line break, now has the chance to take Boys High into double figures. Flag stayed down, an unfortunate miss for Van Renen, but Boys High with the early lead.
Well, it's the ability to transform a defensive situation into attack. Paarl Boys High did it to perfection.
Fakir Abrams, a little bit of a wobbly kick, but it's done the job. Finds the safety of the touchline, and his great day continues in the number 15 jumper for Boys High. Lovely carry from Cornet Ace.
6.
And coming in to spoil is
6.
Vian Fourie.
He must roll, and he must release quicker. He must roll. Just in front, but just in front.
There's a good carry from Paarl. Gimnasium. The penalty going against Vian Fourie. Not rolling away quicker, not releasing quick enough. No daylight shown.
Well, after much debate on the field, the Gimmies have opted to get themselves on the board. Ruben Scholz, the man.
The tackler, not you, the other guy.
And you wonder why he hasn't done it earlier. Wonderful kick from Ruben Scholz. Paarl Gim are on the board. It's Paarl Gimnasium 3, Paarl Boys 8.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Paarl Gimnasium side. Get points on the board, get back into the game.
A shallow restart, just slightly overcooked by Abner van Renen. And Gim with a real chance to claw their way back into this game after getting on the board.
Okay, crouch. Bind. Sit. Steady. Steady. Bind it. Bind it. Six. You've got to stay bound onto the scrum. You're sliding out there. You've got to stay bound. Huh?
The penalties. 5 conceded by Paarl boys, 2 by Paarl Gym. What it's doing is it's just getting the Gimmies into the right areas of the field.
Martins superior in the air once more. Chris Rousseau out the back to Skolts. Maria now. Ludik.
Step.
Rousseau deputizing at halfback, popping it up to Adrian Stapels.
Ball's available, yeah. It's at the back.
Anakom, Skolts, Miller du Plessis, Henku Martins. Stravino Jacobs stepping in at halfback. And Hugo Pino now the carry. Stellar work being done by Lohan Horn.
It's about winning collision areas, and that's what Paarl boys are doing to perfection. And Lohan Horn putting his body on the line, that is done to perfection. Position of strength, fights for the ball, wins the penalty.
One out.
Stolen at the front by Reino Bierkus. As Corne Ace carries up the middle.
You got to come back first.
Staples to Skolts.
Step out.
Pino. Tackled by his opposite number, Emir Straas. Miller du Plessis. Lovely hands being shown by Jacobs. Pops in field and reaching for the line. Miller du Plessis, did he get it down? Yes, he certainly has. Gimnasium strike back. Stravino Jacobs and Miller du Plessis combining.
While the interplay between Miller du Plessis and the left wing Stravino Jacobs was exceptional. But it all started way back with the move evolving to the left, and the timing, and I mentioned it again, of the pass of Miller du Plessis just created a little bit of space for Jacobs, and then the offload from Jacobs gave space to du Plessis, and du Plessis knows how to score.
On song once more is Ruben Scholz, and Paarl Gimnasium have the lead for the first time.
Outstanding work from Paarl Gimnasium, showing a lot of determination to get back in the game. Miller du Plessis hails from a strong rugby family. His dad played SA schools, and his brother.
Lovely hands from Ludik.
No more screaming, eh?
Scholz's kick is fielded by Horn, and now Fakir Abrams. Lovely shimmy from Kellerman. Miller du Plessis goes to the end. A lot of pressure on Tate, who does phenomenal work. Does Stuart Tate. Great leg drive from the right winger. Marburg looks for runners, and Horn puts his hands up. Alberts, lovely hands to Strauss. Emir Strauss, that is. Abrams. Phenomenal tackle coming in from Chris Rousseau. The hooker getting himself into the action with a big hit on Fakir Abrams.
It's a Premier Inter-Schools derby at its best once again.
Let's go. Let's go.
Closely fought. At the moment, Paarl Gymnasium leading 10 points to 8.
One out.
Horn comes away with it for the Boys High men. Free.
No!
Van Reenen. Lovely hands in the tackle from Milan to his centre partner Ensslin. Alberts. Keeping the ball alive. Van Reenen this time. Corner ace. Stellar work being done by the Gim flanker.
Don't you love it? Some of the old boys passionate about their old school. Just to remind the viewers, this is a week of a build-up, a rivalry, North versus South. It's a whole week. It starts off with an old boys friendly game on the Wednesday. And I can tell you one thing, the word friendly does not exist in rugby. And then it ends up with this Premier Schools derby, which is an absolute cracker.
Lovely hands from Martins. Corner ace once more. The man who won the penalty, now showing his attacking capabilities. Miller du Plessis. Miller du Plessis. Bierkus. Excuse me, Martins feeds inside to Bierkus, and just the last pass not going to hand, but Miller du Plessis, what a danger he is.
Stop it, line up, yeah, take it. Takes a line up. Go 10.
Free, and it looks like we've come back for a penalty.
Both sides have lost 2 lineouts apiece, and I like the attitudes of their defensive structures at lineout time. They both contest in there, put pressure on opposition hookers, Makes it pretty difficult out there, considering the pressure
Just 10, go 10.
both sides are under, Warwick.
Yeah.
Cornell Kotze, that was with a carry. Now Luan Horn.
Turnover's good. Good turnover.
Sensing the turnover though.
Excuse me.
And they've got it.
Enough now.
Duplessis. Chris Rousseau. Ranging on the right-hand touchline. Skoltz flings it wide. Ludick. Jacobs. Stravino Jacobs. Lovely touch from the left winger. Just not working out.
Leave it now.
And Adrian Albert comes away with it. Marburg finds the safety of touch, and what a passage of play that was. Paarl Gimnasium really starting to get on top of things in this game.
Okay, I suggest you gather all the boys in. The next one to call holding, I'll have to reverse the pitch. Gather all of them in, every single one. Captain, all of you come in here. Come in, all of you. Where's the captain? Time off, please. Where's the captain? Just have a word with all of them. The next one to scream holding or something, I will penalise them. All right, play the turnovers and stuff, and let's stop commentating. Speak to all of them. Speak to all of them.
Outstanding play from Stravino Jacobs.
Play the turnover.
He's been one of the picks out of the hat in this first half for the Paarl Gymnasium side. But both captains, Miller Duplessis and Takir Abrams, being called into the headmaster's office and warned. Rasta Rashivenga has lost his patience as far as players on the field commentating and trying to tell him what to do. Well done, Rasta.
I can't hear you, bro. Shout. How much time? Oh, great. Okay, 2 minutes. Stop.
Oh, sorry, Rick. Yeah. So let's go, boys.
The line-outs, a problem for both sides, and I mentioned it early on, it's due to the defensive structure at line-out side of the opposition. Both sides are going up in there and putting pressure.
Set. Steady. Steady.
Now putting pressure on at scrum timers. Tate comes in off his wing.
Your knees on the deck there, eh? On your feet.
Clearly, the knee of
Tell me when time is up.
Dean Nievout on the ground, and therefore the penalty.
Last move this of the first half. And Boys High just unable to capitalise on that.
Half time. Sorry? Scrum. Last move.
Well, we do have time for one last scrum. No doubt will want to control this and just hoof it into touch to enjoy that half-time lead.
Loose head, stay straight, put pressure out.
On the other hand, Paarl boys want to end with a bang, so you can expect one massive collective effort from their pack of 8.
Steady, steady, steady.
Ruben Skoltz with the last touch of the half. What an unbelievable first 35 minutes we've had in this Premier Inter-Schools encounter. The biggest schoolboy match in the world. Paarl Gimnasium against Paarl Boys High. It is Paarl Gimnasium who take the lead. 10 points to 8 into the break.